A few days ago, New York Mayor Eric Adams gave a speech warning of the, quote, financial tsunami as migrants flood into the city.
This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month,
Costing a projected $12 billion in the next 2 years. Now he wants to cut police hours to instead spend billions on an endless flood of uninvited migrants now hitting 10,000 per month. Mayor Adams went on to warn the flood will, quote, destroy New York, saying there is no more room. With migrants now being housed in every nook and cranny in New York, from public school gyms to luxury hotels on the taxpayer dime, crowding out New York's own 80,000 homeless who do not, alas, get luxury hotels. So now Adams is cutting the police to make room, presumably with other cuts to essential services to follow.
It really feels surreal to watch New York City descend into this sort of quicksand of misery, but the quicksand is made up of policies, New York City policies. Your thoughts?
That's exactly right. People voted for this, and they're going to keep getting it as long as they keep voting for it. You know, usually governments cut the police to pressure voters. You know, it's like, nice city you have here, be ashamed something happened to it. And then voters have to pony up for more budget. In this case, they're doing it on purpose. They're not even hiding it. It's almost like they're looking for an excuse to cut the police, to leave, inner city crime victims defenseless, and to put it all on behalf of this unlimited flow of overseas migrants. Now, as traumatic as this all is for New York, the migrant crisis is nothing new for the border states that have been putting it up with it. Texas has been paying billions for Biden's open borders. What's new is they're coming to places influential liberals care about. Of course, the biggest victims are not those influential liberals. They are working class New Yorkers. Many of them resent that migrants have jumped the line to hog scarce resources. And legal migrants who resent that they played by the rules and now their schools are overcrowded or requisitioned. They have to compete for jobs with people who apparently have no problem breaking the law, presumably including working off the books cheap, while legal immigrants' neighborhoods will soon be invaded by tens of thousands of people with zero vetting, not even criminal checks, who will now be their neighbors. So what is next? And first, from our sponsor, this video is brought to you by Unchained. Unchained is working on ways to keep your Bitcoin secure and minimize the taxes you owe on it through retirement vehicles and loans. So what is next? The Dems are making an unforced error with endless migration, but they're painted in a corner. After 4 years characterizing any limit on open borders as literally Orange Man, their most loyal voters are sick of it now that it's hitting their neighborhoods, and apparently soon they're policing. But that now brings us to a second corner that they are painted into, which is defunding the police. In those very same low-income neighborhoods that for generations have been left to criminal predators who victimize the poor. I don't think the Dems will change course. Once you turn something into a moral crusade, you really can't back down. They'll only change when the victims, their voters, get angry. The New York taxpayers saddled with $12 billion in welfare and counting, the young mothers sleeping with a baseball bat or praying every time they go into a parking garage. They voted for this. It is up to them to vote it out. Thanks to our gaslighting media, however, I am not holding my breath. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.